Good morning. It's not the most stunning of mornings today, but who cares? I want to go out on my bike. Today I'm going to pack a few bits and I'm going to do a pretty easy little ride into the local village to meet my husband and my dog for breakfast. Now, you saw what I was bringing with me there, but the only thing I forgot is my camera. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I think if you want to do something, what's the point in waiting until the 1st of January? However, this is just timing well, because one thing I want to remember to do is bring my camera with me. Sometimes I feel like if I walk a place or ride a certain route over and over again, then it's not really worth bringing the camera, but I disagree with myself on that one because I've been riding this route since I arrived on the island in April, and I love looking back at the few pictures I've taken with my film cameras on this route. They're the ones that you'll see sporadically placed through this video. I really want to make more of an effort to bring my camera and document these tiny little things. They're pretty mundane, to be honest. Like this car on the right, it's just a knackered old Jeep that's used for I think it's like horse feed they've got stored in there. But I just think it's so interesting and I want to document it through the seasons and as time goes on. It'll be interesting to see how much more those wheel arches can rust before the whole thing collapses. I think making the effort to photograph a place that you see over and over again really forces you to look at it a little bit differently, and it helps with the whole kind of the novelty wearing off of where you live. Like, I live somewhere really, really beautiful. People travel far and wide to visit this place, but sometimes I can forget that, which is wild. You just get so used to seeing these streets when you ride them every day and walk them every day. So making the effort to photograph them can remind you, like, wow, look at where I live. And even if you don't live somewhere that's like super scenic, it can force you to find the nice bits and the interesting bits and give you a new perspective. And even if you end up thinking, like, actually where I live is a bit ugly, at least you've been creative and at least you've been out and about. There's not really a negative side to bringing your camera out and about with you. Like I said before, I've been here since April, so already I've seen a bit of a spring, a summer, and now a winter, and you get to see the different light. Those shots that just went past there were taken on a really early morning ride. It must have been about 6 a.m, and the light was just absolutely wicked, I remember. And then you compare it to what I'm seeing right now. This is the morning light today on a kind of dreary December or January. I can't remember when I filmed this, but yeah, I like to look at the difference. People always say photograph what you love and document what you love, and one of the things I love is being up in Scotland, and one day I would like to look back at all these kind of little mundane moments of my life and my daily routines and tasks, and it'll spark all these little memories of being out on my bike, and I really look forward to that. And I love to photograph my bike. I really want to make an effort to take loads and loads of photos of my bike in really nice spots. I have a website which I call my analog journal, and I've been writing a few words with every roll of film I shoot for like over a decade now, and I have a few collections of images on there, and one of them is a whole little series of just portraits of my bike, or bikes now, since I have another one. I'd really like to keep adding to that, so I must remember to bring my camera. So my kind of main camera is a big medium format Mamiya RZ67, and it weighs an absolute ton. I have to carry it in a backpack, and it's a heavy beast, so I don't bring that one out with me too often. I do have an Olympus OM10 35mm camera that I bring out a lot. I'm just going to interrupt myself here because there was a huge bird sitting on the fence post in front of me, and I really wanted to get a video of it, but it flew off just as I whipped my phone out. You can't really see it on the point of view camera. Anyways, back to my camera collection. But the one that I would like to bring on my bike rides more often is a really basic point and shoot 35mm camera. I can't remember, I think it might be the Canon Sure Shot, but it's super basic. I think I got it for about 20 quid, and I usually keep it in a stem bag right on my handlebars, and then I can just whip it out. All you have to do is flick open the lens cover and press a button. Like, you don't even have to stop pedaling half the time. It's great. So if you want to carry around a really easy camera, I would recommend that. Get yourself a cheap point and shoot camera, whack a roll of film in, and keep it attached to your bike or in your pocket. Super easy. Alright, yeah, I'm convincing myself, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get another bag for the front of this bike, and I'm going to keep that point and shoot camera in it. Okay, if you don't see that on all my future ride videos, tell me off. I know I'm talking as if the only way to shoot on your rides is using film. That's just for me personally, because I find that any photos I take with my phone just end up like deleted and forgotten about, whereas my film photos, I store all the negatives in a big folder, and they're all labelled with where they were taken and the year and the date, and I have all the scans on a hard drive, like all, labelled and organised, and I just find that kind of physical copy of them a lot more long term. I would like to make the effort to print some of them out as well, maybe start a little album. I do sell prints, but I should keep some for myself as well. But I know shooting film can be a bit of a faff for some people, so obviously if you prefer, get a little digital camera. In fact, I've got a little Kodak Charmera, which was £30, and it's basically a toy keychain camera, and it takes really kind of low quality digital photographs, but it's really fun. It's very nostalgic, and you can film on it as well. It's got kind of home movie vibes. Do you know what? All of these things, I'm going to pop a link in the description. That's a good option for you if you don't want to go super fancy digital. I just really love cameras, and I love bikes, and I love documenting. So the fact that I can put all of these things together makes me really happy and excited. As you can see, I'm starting to get into the village now. The road's getting a little bit busier, there's a lot more houses, and you're not really meant to ride on the pavement here, but there's not that many pedestrians here, so I tend to just risk it, and then if I see a person ahead and there's not room, I'll either hop onto the road, or like worst case scenario, I'll just get off my bike if it's not safe. This area could really do with some more cycle paths, considering through summer you get so many bike packers and people doing big travels on bikes and coming to the island to get out and about, and it just seems a bit odd that there's no bike infrastructure here. There's not even any bike racks outside of the supermarket. But anyways, this is where I'm getting breakfast from on the left. It's called the Market Kitchen. But I nearly hit the Christmas tree here, by the way. That would have been embarrassing. But first, I'm going to go and put my bike into the car. We've got a battered green Volvo V70, which is actually kind of low-key cool, if you ask me.
Would you like any cheese on that? Okay. Would you like any
Okay.